there's only one thing here. It's the cycle. And so the cycle drives all. And at the end of a cycle, when you're going to recession, right before you have inflation that's heating up, and this is generally speaking, and that's not even to mention the especially inflationary episode that we're having right now with inflation at 40 years high. But generally in the cycle, inflation is at its highs at the end of the cycle. The Fed is tightening monetary policy in response to that. And the reason that they're tightening is so they can bring inflation down. How do they bring inflation down? They slow the economy. What happens in a slowing economy? Unemployment goes up. So they say they want to thread the needle, but it's irrelevant. What they're doing is going to drive the recessionary or contractionary environment. Say we don't even get a recession. We could just get this growth shock where growth stops at zero. And even then, we'll have a spike in unemployment, whether it's a little bit or a lot. The unemployment goes up. So they can say they want to thread the needle or they only want to bump unemployment from 3.6 to 4%. But we should never take the Fed's economic projections at their face value. They're terrible at projecting 1 to 2 years out. The only thing they're good at is saying what they're going to do over the next 3 to 6 months from a monetary policy perspective, because that's their only job, is to come to a meeting every 6 to 8 weeks and say raise rates, lower rates, QE, QT, whatever. That's all that they're good at. And they're not even, good isn't its own word. We won't get down that path. But that's all that they do. They conduct monetary policy. They're terrible at economic projections. They completely missed inflation. And we just can't trust whatever they're saying. So the only thing that people need to understand is that the cycle is what matters. We're at the end of the cycle, and at the end of the cycle, Fed tightens, inflation and growth go down, and employment goes up. So right now, that's why the market does believe we're at peak inflation, even though we could get inflation to 9%, and we could even get it to 10%, and it could last for another 6 to 12 months. I don't necessarily believe that's the path. I think that it'll slow a little bit quicker than that. But the point is that it'll roll over because the Fed has tightened already. The market has tightened for them. We know this because 30-year mortgage rates are at 6% now. That's not because the Fed funds rate is at 6%. Fed funds rate has gone from 1/4 to 1 3/4. But mortgage rates have gone from 3 to 6. That is a real tightening. So forget that. Fed doesn't matter anymore. The market has tightened. The real estate market will slow. That will have an effect on the U.S. economy. The U.S. economy will slow. Unemployment will increase. That's what I'm trying to deliver to our subscribers and to our viewers, is a simple way to understand where is the economy, what is going to happen. Stop listening to the Fed's projections. Look at the market. Look at some economic indicators that are reliable, that tell us where we are in the cycle, and understand what the cycle does to investment returns.